Welcome to the Business Spotlight series. My name is Kay Cote. I am your podcast host here at Action Coach in Central Texas. Today on the show, we have Grant Perkins and Austin Lim, co-founders of Floaties Floatin Saloon. Today, we're going to be talking with them about their business journey and ownership challenges, best practices, and what it's really like to build and operate a business. If this is your first time on our channel, be sure to like and subscribe to get notifications when we drop new conversations just like this one. Well, Grant and Austin, welcome to the show. I'd love to hear a little bit about you and the business.
Sweet. Yeah. Thanks for having us. Yeah, Grant and I started Floaties Floatin Saloon about a couple years ago. We are a boat rental service on Lake Austin. Um, we have a boat that's our baby, honestly. It is a large pontoon boat with kind of a bar, old time saloon build on the top of it. And we take people out for parties, bachelorette parties, birthday parties, go out into the lake, have a good time, enjoy the sun, enjoy Lake Austin. And so, yeah.
That is incredible. That sounds like a ton of fun. Like, what a fun business to be in for sure.
Thank you. Thank you. Yeah, we've had a lot of fun with it so far. Grant and I have also been the captains for the past year. So we get to hang out on the lake. It's always a good time. Never feels like work.
Ah, that's so cool. Okay, so generally speaking, what is the business ownership? Is you guys are partners. So what is the kind of like, is there any other investors involved or is it just y'all on the team?
Yeah, it's just us. So we're just an LLC and we're 50-50 split partners. Yeah, just us. There's no debt in the business. And we started this actually as a side hustle. We both have jobs full time. And so we kind of identified this as an opportunity to kind of get some skin in the game, start our own thing. We're both pretty entrepreneurial people. We're both kind of looking for a little bit something different from our regular day to day. And so, yeah, we started this kind of as a side hustle. Austin mentioned that we captain it out and kind of as we grow the business, we're hoping to create it into more of a business and, hire people and, kind of go through kind of the process of, building a business and not just necessarily building a boat, which is what we've done for the first season. So, yeah, but split 50-50 partners and yeah, we work well together.
Oh, that is so good. Well, okay, what is each of your roles in the business? Do you have like do similar things, different things?
Yeah, we actually have we work really well together, as Grant was saying. I do a lot of creative work in terms of content design, those types of things. And then Grant is the mastermind behind all things business and really, yeah, all things business, finance, how I can have a budget. And so, yeah, we work really well together and we still have a lot of fun with it. So, yeah.
Very cool. It's like somebody's got to be the creative and somebody's got to be the strategy. Like that, you know what I mean? That's so cool. It's good you guys work well together. What would you say you both have full-time jobs, so you're kind of like doing the startup. How many hours would you say a week that you're investing into this business?
Yeah, it's a very seasonal business. The nice thing about being in Austin is the season is quite long. People want to be on boats when the weather's nice, and luckily in Austin, the weather's nice, a good majority of the year. So it's definitely seasonal. Also with us being captains ourselves, in the summers it's pretty long. We work our full weeks and then, oftentimes people boat on the weekends when they're free or kind of in the afternoons during the weekday. And so kind of ranging between, 20-30 hours during kind of the peak season. And then in the off season, it kind of allows us to do some more creative projects and boat maintenance and kind of more off-season activities. But yeah, anywhere really between like 20 to 30 hours a week, I'd say during kind of the peak season. I don't know, Austin, if you would agree with that, but it's kind of just enough to where we have, a pretty full schedule and kind of like Austin mentioned earlier, it really doesn't feel like work when you're out on the lake for 10 hours on a Saturday. Even though we are getting paid to do it, definitely doesn't feel like work, which is kind of why why we wanted to start the business as well. We like hanging out outside. We like being on the water. It's a great way to beat the heat in Austin. So yeah, we definitely don't think of it as work, but we do put in the hours for sure.
That's the best kind of work to have is like when it's like so much fun that work is supposed to be fun, I think. It's so that's like that's a really cool that you're able
Totally.
to do that for sure. So what makes your business unique? Like why do your customers and clients choose you?
Yeah, we're pretty lucky in that our boat in itself, along with our boat being our branding and everything like that, is pretty unique to Lake Austin. We have a lot of people on the lake that rent out boats as well, but so far none that look like ours. And so, yeah, I'd say we stand out pretty strong in the crowd of boats. On the lake. And so I think that's a big pull in terms of just how our boat looks. And then also our branding in terms of like social media and all those types of things, our website and all those. We really focus on trying to make it a unique Texas experience where it's an old saloon vibe, um, which you really can't get on the water outside of Floaties Floatin Saloon.
I really need to see this boat. Like that sounds so fun. I think I've actually seen it. I now that I'm picturing it, so I really am curious to like to come out and check it out sometime.
We'd love to have you.
Yeah, we'd love to have you.
What is one thing you wish people knew about your business?
I I think the biggest thing for us and kind of piggybacking on what Austin said about social media is the biggest thing for people is just to see the boat itself. Like that's probably our biggest differentiator from kind of our competitors. And so in a world where everyone's connected and on their phones, the best thing that we can do is just to get our product basically in front of people.
Mhm.
And it's nice now because it's all basically like the click of a button on your phone, right? Like everyone has access online. And so just exposure, just getting our business and getting our boat out in front of as many people as possible. And it's really easy to kind of romanticize a weekend on the boat, especially our boat. And so I'd just say that's kind of the biggest key is getting our kind of product in front of in front of people's attention and kind of helping people envision themselves having a great time out there.
Oh, definitely. So that kind of leads me into like, let's chat about marketing. What kind of strategies are y'all using for marketing, or is there something that really stands out that has been working for you?
Yeah, for us, the big thing that has worked for us this past season was having local influencers and just influential people, creative people out on the water that create content for us. And it a lot of times doesn't seem like we're asking them to do anything because we're just having these people out on the boat, and for them they're like, of course I'm going to take videos of it and I'm going to post it and all those types of things. And so it works out, and we've built a lot of like really great relationships with a lot of people that have now become like our good friends,
Hmm.
just through the way that they have created content for us and also for their pages. And so we've found a lot of success with partnering with local creators around Austin to kind of share the word about us.
That's really powerful because it kind of blends the world of like social media, but also like in person, having those actual experiences. So I think that's really cool that you're tapping into that.
Yeah, I think to piggyback on that too, it's like Austin is such a young and fun city, and the people are always like wanting to do like anything really. Like people are just always they have a bias to do things outside and do things with their friends, and it's a pretty young city. So I think we've really had some success working with kind of those people to get kind of outreach and really kind of get those people to yeah, want to be out doing stuff, hanging with their friends and their people, and it's a great market to kind of run this business in.
Oh, definitely. Kind of, I want to dive into a little bit more of your journey. You briefly touched on the journey of it, how you've kind of taken this on as a side gig and you're really growing it on so far in your journey. What has been something, a memorable roadblock or hurdle or something that you overcame in the business, and how did that affect your growth as a business owners? No, you can both answer on this one. I'd love to hear both of your thoughts on that.
Yeah, I think in terms of roadblocks, owning a boat is a hassle for a lot of
That's
people.
why I was smiling.
Yeah. One that we didn't completely expect, but we knew that there was going to be some challenges. And when we were going through the process of building out our boat in the way that we wanted it, exactly how we envisioned it, we
Mhm.
ran into a lot of things, a lot of timing things. But the funny story is that right before we were going to launch 2 summers ago, which we actually weren't able to, um, the engine on the boat that we purchased um, completely broke. And so we spent weeks trying to fix it, a little bit by ourselves, which we figured was not very successful. And then with some help of some people around town. And we ended up having to replace the engine. And so that was like our first hurdle. And we were like, oh my gosh, this is like a huge setback for us because we basically missed our first opportunity summer to get out there. Um, and so, yeah, we learned a lot through that on how to take care of a boat and those types of things. But also looking back on it, I think the timing it worked out. We were much better prepared to take on a full summer season the year following. And
Mhm.
so it really did work out, but yeah, lots of learning.
Powerful. Nothing like a broken engine to be like, whoa.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh. Was that same for you, Grant? Would you say the
Yeah. Yeah, boat ownership. It's why our business is a great thing, right? Rent a boat, don't buy a boat. So we
Mhm.
have to deal with those headaches, and then you, the customer, don't, right? You can just enjoy your time out on the water, not have to worry about launching a boat and all the challenges that come with boat ownership as well. So it's kind of a pro, I guess, in the long run. Growing pains, though, yeah, for sure. We kind of dealt with those head on. It was in those moments where it's really helpful to have a partner that's, someone who's, able, you're able to lean on them and they're able to lean on you. And yeah, it makes it feel a lot more comforting knowing that you're in it with somebody else as well. And kind of going back to that thing that I said about having some skin in the game, like if you don't do it, no one else is going to do it. And so that's kind of what we wanted. Just kind of having the ownership and the responsibility of maintaining it and, operating it and, all the things that go along with being a business owner, I guess.
Yeah, totally. That's so cool. Yeah, teamwork makes the dream work. I always think it's nice to have a partner and someone that you can share the responsibilities with and grow together in a project. So it's really cool that you guys have each other. How do you see where do you see your boat business going in the next 3 to 5 years?
Go for it, Grant.
Yeah, I'll take this one. Yeah, the logical thing for us would be a second one. It, People who have seen the boat, it's a pretty custom build, and so there is some planning and some runway involved in that. And we kind of evaluated the first kind of full season, which was 2023, as kind of a benchmark for where we can go. And yeah, we had a great year. We had a successful year, and the opportunity to grow the business, given that it is a side hustle and not our full-time thing, is yeah, getting a second boat, it also, would require capital. And so in the current environment we're in, with capital being pretty expensive, given interest rates and investors kind of wanting higher returns, and getting a loan would be definitely an option for us, and we could sustain a second boat. But kind of given that it's a side hustle, we're taking growth kind of organically and trying to grow slower, I guess, from an expansion perspective. But the logical next step would definitely be a second boat, which, yeah, hopefully will be on the horizon, right? That's, I guess, the goal.
Yeah, that's super cool. I like that idea. Would you think of doing it the same theme or would you do something different?
Yeah, I think we'd probably stick with a theme. We've been able to build kind of a certain brand, a certain vibe,
Mhm.
um, with our company, and sticking with that is probably where we'd land. I think maybe a larger option is on the table, or something of, you know, in that realm. But for the most part, yeah, we'd stick with the same theme.
That actually leads me into a really great question. How important is like brand consistency and brand awareness to y'all? Like, do you put a lot of importance on the brand?
Very much so. We found that that was like a really big opportunity for us, in this space specifically. When we were starting the company, we realized that there are a lot of boat rental options on the lake, whether that be Lake Austin, Lake Travis. But there is
Mhm.
very limited branding in terms of who you decide to go with,
Mhm.
for, when you want to take out a party. And so branding has been like our honestly our cornerstone in building our company, because um, we get to set ourselves apart, and people have one company that they can see, and that they'll see maybe on social media, and immediately they'll know it's us. And those are kind of really important pieces to growing our business.
Oh yeah, very, very true. That's super cool. And it's nice like you're focusing on that because especially with something so unique that it like really brings that awareness. I'm kind of like thinking about the future of your business. Thinking about growing a potential team down the road or things that come with that. How would you describe your current leadership style in business? Do you lead the same? Are you different types of leaders, or how do y'all lead in the company?
Yeah, given that it's just Austin and I right now, kind of our personalities blend very well. We were actually roommates in college at the University of Texas, hook 'em. But you kind of as we embark on this journey of hiring captains and yeah, becoming leaders in our own company, hopefully. I think we're pretty um yeah, we're pretty laid back, pretty relaxed guys, as people that start boat businesses probably are. But there will probably be a time where, hey, like, yeah, we're the boss, and we're managing a team of captains, and I think there's definitely going to be some learning curves associated with hiring people, and giving them basically, like Austin said, our baby, right? Having them kind of take ownership as well. And I think the biggest thing for us is we're looking for kind of team members to add to the team is, are they someone that we would want to have a beer with? Like, are they someone that we would want to hang out with? And because part of the experience that we provide, and part of our brand is that we're part of the experience that you're having on the water. Like, we
Mhm.
don't want to be two guys that are just on their phones while there's a group having fun, right? Like, we're kind of involved in the group and in the party, and we want people to like embody this floaties kind of mentality that we
Mhm.
have of adding value, not only driving the boat safely and making sure everybody gets back, but making sure everybody has a good time, and opening some drinks and tossing some cans. So kind of as we look to build the team, yeah, definitely. I think our leadership skills will kind of develop over time as well. And I would hope that we would be kind of in the realm of being, good leaders, and people that, our captains will look up to us, hopefully, and kind of respect us. And yeah.
You might
Good.
be
That
muted. Okay.
there we
Yeah.
go. That's really, really cool. I love that you're thinking, down the road. So about the business. I'd love to move into some rapid fire questions for y'all, and you can each answer these. There's four of them. And so we'll start out with let's see here. What is one key to success for you?
Key to success. As cheesy as it is, having a good time is a big thing for us. Always enjoying it. Um, Kind of reminding ourselves of how lucky we are that we get to have a business where we hang out on the water. Those things, I think, keep morale up, and then along with that, really encourages us to keep going, continue to grow, continue to make fun content, continue to make good relationships with partners that we come across and those types of things. And we found a lot of success in just really enjoying the process. And so, yeah, a little cheesy, but yeah.
Yeah, and I would just say, in the hospitality industry, it's all about the experience, right? Like people book our boat 3 months in advance when they're coming to town or they got friends coming into town. It's like this is their thing for the weekend. And we take a lot of pride in, delivering a great experience for people. And you can't really have an off day, right? Because you want to deliver the best experience you can for your customers. And I would say that's probably the biggest kind of key to success of just delivering a great product, delivering a great experience, and the customers will appreciate that and hopefully come back.
Oh, I love that. Both of your answers are so genuine and so, so true. What is one piece of advice you would have for another business owner?
That's a good one.
Find a good partner. It's tough to do things alone, I would say. And kind of like we touched on earlier, Austin and I have very different skill sets and hopefully I'm learning from him a lot and hopefully he's learning something from me as well. But I think going at things alone is you can probably be faster and more agile, but having someone to just bounce ideas off of, or even if it's in the form of an advisor or a mentor or someone that you can kind of bounce ideas off of, ask advice for, if it's an online coach, whoever it is, just have someone, I guess, in your corner and who's available for you as a resource, I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah. For me, if you're starting a business that's kind of within hospitality or within a space where you get to grow your business through things like social media and content and those types of things, I think don't take yourself too seriously. Don't overthink too many things because a lot of our like successful marketing pushes have been us really just like messing around and enjoying ourselves and having fun and laughing. And if you're in a space where you're growing your business through content, I think that's a big thing is just having fun with it. Because I think in today's day and age, when you're building a brand, people can tell if you're forcing it or if you're, getting a little too serious about something. And just being genuine and enjoying it has been really successful for us. Yeah.
Oh my goodness, so, so true. I completely resonate with both of those answers. Okay, what is one like book, piece of content, podcast, something you have recently taken in, and how has that impacted you?
Not a book, but a newsletter. I took a class at UT Money and Capital Markets. Sandy Leeds is the professor. Shout out Sandy Leeds. He releases a newsletter every Sunday afternoon, which has been a great read. It's kind of more businessy, more kind of current events, but I'm not a huge book guy, but I'm a big newsletter guy. I read kind of two or three every morning. So I just like keeping up with current events, kind of, yeah, just current events and just staying in the know, I guess.
Yeah. For me, from the marketing and branding side, I think I hate to say it because also not a crazy book guy. I like novels and those types of things. But in terms of keeping up with current designers, current people that are building brands that are clearly shaking up an industry, is really really cool. And we've gotten to know a lot of people that are building brands around Austin that we've learned a lot from. And so yeah, kind of keeping up with the people that are building brands around you. Yeah.
Yeah, I think
Cool.
to touch on that too, like the local community, like there's wherever whatever community you're in, right? Like try and kind of develop relationships with those people in your community because you never know what's going to happen, right? And kind of the more connected you are in your kind of geographical sphere, just the better it is.
Oh, 100%. Those are great answers. Last rapid fire. If you had to choose only one area of your business you could immediately improve tomorrow, what would it be?
Ooh.
Bigger engine.
Yeah, bigger boat.
Um,
Shoot, I don't know.
honestly, just growing our social media following would be awesome.
Yeah, just having more time, more
Yeah.
time to create more content. Yeah, that's a good one.
Oh, those were great. Well, let's spread the word before we get to our final question. How can people find you? Feel free to share your social media handles, anything you want for people to reach out to you.
Yeah, you can book the boat at floatiesAustin.com. We have all of our bookings there. We have a little bit of merch on the website, those types of things. Please follow us on at Floaties Austin on Instagram and TikTok. And yeah,
Awesome. Well, this is the last question, final question, and it's for both of you. What is most inspiring to you today?
Most inspiring. I would say the thing that's kind of inspired me about the hospitality industry is like I touched on before, just being the best part about someone's trip or someone's weekend. There's, there's financial fulfillment in business, and there's also kind of emotional fulfillment, and it's kind of hard to quantify that being kind of the best part about someone's weekend, and that's to me it is kind of cheesy as well, but it's pretty inspiring to kind of be the best part about someone's weekend.
Very cool.
for me, the most inspiring thing that I've found through making floaties is how tight knit a local community can really be. We've met way more people than we've ever expected
Mhm.
through just building a small little local business, and you realize how many good, smart, creative people are in our community that inspire us all the time.
Oh, those are so powerful. Well, oh my goodness, Grant, Austin, it has been such a joy to have you on the podcast today and have this conversation. Thank you so, so much for your time.
Thank you so much.
Absolutely. Thanks, Kay.